Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? I'm not too bad. Not too bad. But, okay, so our chickens have been starting to get very friendly. Like, very friendly. We have one, I call it Roadkill, because it has a bunch of feathers plucked off the back. Pretty much the whole back, okay? We're not getting into why. But, okay, and it hangs around the front of our house by our driveway. Well, it's starting to be very friendly with the dog and my husband, and, you know, I think it thinks it can just come in. And we've had them on the deck because they're free range. My husband has let them free range this summer. Okay. Yeah, that's another story. But anyway, we had one, like the dog, I have it on Facebook. The dog is looking out the window. The chicken's looking in the window, and the chicken is constantly pecking on the window. It wants in. And I'm like, no way, no way. They're just getting too friendly for me. I'm in the garden and they're over there like all around me trying to see what I'm doing, and the ducks come, and we have 3 ducks that they always have this little conversation, my brother says. They're always talking amongst themselves, and they're there, and then the roosters are there crowing, and I mean, you've heard it on videos, but they're driving me nuts. The geese don't bother me because we only have 2 and they're very antisocial, but I'm not an animal person at all. I don't mind, you know, cats and dogs and horses and, you know, bulls, but I'm not an animal person. I'm not an animal lover. That's just how I am. Ignore my background. I'm cleaning and it looks like a disaster hit it. So I just kind of, okay. But anyway, yeah, they are too friendly. The chickens are just too friendly lately. And I guess it's better than chasing and pecking me, but I don't know. I can't wait for cold weather just so they go back in their coop and they stay there. Because, yeah, my daughter's been on my case, not in a bad way, about making a shampoo bar that works for her. And it's all about the water. You know, we all know this. It's all about the water you use to wash your hair. However, in researching and looking and just finding things, one of the things that was interesting was this one, her grandma told her, use the water you wash with. Well, not the dirty water, but okay, so if you have a well, use that water to make your soap, which makes sense because that's what I'm sure my grandma did and everybody else's grandma did. They didn't buy distilled water to make their soap. They used their water to make soap. We do it as soap makers, use distilled water because it's a variable that we don't have to take into consideration then. It's you know, I can go to my mom's and make soap with distilled water and it'll turn out the same as if I do it at home. See what I mean? But when you sell it, I could make water with somebody else's water, or soap with somebody else's water, and sell them at a shampoo bar. Maybe that would work. But what do you do otherwise? So I found Elly's Modern Soapmaking. I think that's her site. She's got some great stuff. She's even got breads. Oh, love her. I love her YouTube. I will put her down below. And she got it from Lizard Lady Soapmaking, something like that. Okay, I will put her information below. And I'm going to tell you about the lye water, the special lye water, and what goes into it and how it works. But it's all with apple cider vinegar, and you can see that in the video. 3 things, dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. Let's go check out this crazy apple cider vinegar shampoo bar. Bye-bye. Okay, to the soap. I put my sodium hydroxide in here really slow because I wasn't sure if it was going to blow up. Made sense to me. So when you go to Elly's YouTube channel, you're going to click on Lizard Lady Soap Info, and she actually talks about Amy Anderson being the first person she knows to test the vinegar, pure vinegar, in a soap bar. Vinegar is like citric acid. It's an acid. It eats up the lye, meaning if you don't supplement more lye for what it eats up, you're going to increase your super fat. Okay? I didn't notice a huge abundance with this. Like, my hair is light and And, you know, if I use heavy things on it, it doesn't work very well. I didn't have that problem. So I'm going to say the superfat didn't go up too much. Just because it takes a lot of vinegar to neutralize a little bit of lye. So, okay. And it's very good for cutting down on soap scum, great for dandruff, and it has nothing to do with the pH of the soap. Okay. Nothing to do with the pH. Okay, it came to emulsion pretty fast, or came to a pretty thick trace. When I showed you my lye being at 191, that means it's fresh. If your lye doesn't heat up, you might want to get a new bottle of lye. Just a little tip for you there. Yeah, it came to trace pretty fast, and then I added some honey with a little more apple cider vinegar, just to keep it apple cider vinegar, so it would, you know, does its thing. So I'm not going for pretty, you know, but 15 minutes and it was pretty odd. You know, it didn't seem to go through all the phases of hot process. It didn't, no applesauce, no, well, those could be mashed potatoes. I don't know. But it just kept on cooking and saponifying and doing its thing and went right along. Can't complain about that, right? So I cooked it about an hour, you know, 15 minutes, checked it. But yeah, I mean, it just kept cooking. What is there to do? It's a test. It's only a test of the emergency broadcast system. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's kind of the gel phase, if you want to call it that. It was really interesting. So, but I think the next time I do this, I think I'm going to use white vinegar and infuse it with rosemary. And I think I'm going to infuse my coconut with nettle. And I think I'm going to stick to tea tree and rosemary essential oils. I'm just weighing my paste. Okay, wait, it's not really paste. I've been making soap paste for the last few days. But yeah, I just wanted to weigh it just for, you know, just to know what it weighed. And then I'm actually going to put it back in the crock pot and add half the amount. Okay, so if I used 5 ounces in my lye water, I'm going to use 2.5 ounces vinegar to this end part. This is kind of where if you withheld your super fat, you would add your super fat. Okay, some people withhold it, some people cook it in there. I cooked it in there. The vinegar really loosened it up quite a bit. I should have heated the vinegar up. You know, just to, you know, I should have, could have, would have, but I, you know, didn't. And my essential oils were orange, rosemary, and tea tree. Yeah, so guess what? Aside from all the chickens in my yard, that equals more chicken poop all over the driveway and everything else. But I have an up-to-date on the geese. We have goslings running around, which is super exciting. They're just super cute. They're little yellow. Maybe I can post a picture in here somewhere. Nah. We're talking soap today. We're talking soap. We're not talking baby goslings. But yeah, it's the whole story, chicken poop. Too much chicken poop. I know you're like, what the heck are you doing? You don't have gloves on. First of all, this is a test batch for me, myself, and I, and my daughter, and my mother, and whoever else wants the 4th one. I'm going to see how long it takes to cure. Is the other thing, you know, curing probably 4-6 weeks. That's the average, but it's how long does it take to lose all its weight? Okay, so we'll see. I don't really care. I'm going to use the bar right away. It's just going to use up faster than normal, but I want to see what it does, you guys. Like, seriously, I want to see what it does. But anyway, I'm not wearing gloves because it's totally saponified. It's totally done. It is done. It's cooked. It's done. pH'd. It's done. Yeah. So, patted it, left it on the counter to sit for a while. Actually, overnight. And this is going to be the fastest cut ever. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably the shortest video ever. Okay, so I wanted to show you a lather test. This is the same day, but it doesn't go over very well because less is more with this soap. I found out the hard way. You don't need a lot. You need more water, less soap. When I did this in my hair the next day, gave it an extra day to, dry a little. Yeah, add some more water on there, girl. I just swipe it through my hair a couple times and start scrubbing. I felt like a Q-tip head, you guys. I felt like I had so many bubbles. Like there were so many bubbles on my head that I would look like a big Q-tip. And when I rinsed it out, it rinsed really, really well. But there was bubbles all over. Look at that. Bubbles all over. It was awesome. It was smooth. I didn't have to do the vinegar rinse. Absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to cold process this thing. And there you go. The apple cider vinegar shampoo bar. It may not be on my website. You're just going to have to look. If you want one, you'll have to email me if it's not on there. But anyway, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.